Welcome to iTrick Study Park. This is SBK. Now, last class we discussed all type of components in a Spring MVC. How many type of component we use in a Spring MVC application while developing a Spring MVC application? How many component we use? We have discussed. Now, in this video, I will discuss. I'm going to discuss very important part. This is the heart of the. This is the heart of the Spring MVC execution flow. How Spring MVC execution flow, how execute all components and all type of things I will discuss in this video, guys. So now, batches folder, Spring MVC, and this is the class notes. Okay, now open this last class. After this execution, flow of execution, go with the more and more examples, guys. This is the last class, so not required to revise. If you miss the last class, go on YouTube, watch it, and read this document. Prepare this document along with me. Okay, guys. While I am type, while I am typing, while I am typing, try to write. Okay, take a pen and paper, then try to write and make notes in your on your hands, guys. Okay, so we will get clarity. So now in this video, execution flow, Spring, Spring, WebMVC, execution, flow of execution. This is the very important point that the interview point of view. This is the very most of the interviewer asking tell me what is the execution flow of Spring MVC? What is the Spring MVC flow? Then you will give an answer. If you watch this video, after that this video, you will get clear cut clarity about the Spring MVC flow. First, I will just draw a diagram. Then I will write a point by point what is happening with this. Okay, first I will explain as a verbally. After that, I will write a point with you guys. Why? Because after the watching video, just read the content. That's it. Not required to watch the video again and again and listen my voice. If you, okay, guys, just watch one time. It's sufficient. Read the documents is the mandatory thing. Okay, that's why I am saying to you guys, prepare a document in your hand, using your hand, prepare a document. So now let's start our, suppose this is our client side. Okay, wait. This is our, suppose this is the server writing. Along with I'm writing server. This is server, our server. Okay, inside the server, this is the server. Any client submit request to the server. The server will identify, server do the all type of hangamas. Okay. Well, I'm just this is our web.xml file. Yes, good. Yes, right. Web.xml file. First, server identify that before up starting the server identify the web.xml file. Okay. Then this is our dispatcher servlet. Guys, this is our dispatcher servlet. It's good, I think. Huh? This is our dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet. And dispatcher servlet, we required what is that? Handler classes, handler mapping classes, handler or controller or handler classes. controller process. That's it. And here is the execution is there. That's it. Now, instead of this, view part is also there. View part. This is our view part, guys. View part. View. Okay. Now, right now, this is 1 minute. I want to drop. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now, now, so when this is the only thing, okay. Now I want to change the color like this. Let me put better. It's okay now. Now, tell me guys, when server is the start, server do three things. Server will do what is the three things? What is the three things, guys? Tell me. If you know, just comment. I know that. Okay. Server will recognize web application which are exist under the web app folder. Server will recognize how many web application existed inside the web.xml file. This is the work of the server. I think server is going to horrible kind of it. So better to use it or not require this one. Wait. Just use line is good. This is the server. Which is black. Okay. This is the server. While server is the start, server container will perform the some operation. Some operation in the sense three operations. Server container will perform three operations. What is the three operations? First, it's recognize web application. It's recognize web application which are existed under the web app folder. How many web application exist inside the web apps folder? And the second thing, container will deploy all the web application under server space, where container will deploy how many web application are there in the existed in the inside the like web app folder. Then next thing is container will deploy all web application inside the server space. This is the second thing. And third thing, container will create servlet context object. What is that? For servlet create server create servlet create. What is that? Servlet context object. What is it? Container will create servlet context object for each and every web application. What is that, guys? Try to understand. Server responsibility, it means container responsibility to create servlet context object for each and every web application which are exist inside the web app folder inside the server space. These three things to do. Why that? Why? Okay. Now why? Which why container means server. Now next thing after creating this, after deploying all web application in the container, deploying web application. So now web application container will perform some actions. Container will perform some actions like container perform some actions like here. recognize the web.xml file, recognize the web.xml file inside the web-inf folder, web-inf folder, guys, web-inf folder. Then, then, then after that, after recognize, container will perform web.xml file loading, parsing, and reading the data from web.xml file. What do? Just loading the file, loading the web.xml file, and parsing the file and reading the data, reading the content, like loading file, loading, just loading, okay, loading web.xml file and parsing, and next is reading. That's it. Reading. These three things do in the web.xml file. Performing what is the loading? First, it will load and parse and read. When reading, while parsing, container will recognize. While parsing it means reading the data, parsing and reading. It means it means it means inside the web.xml file, inside the web.xml file, one thing is recognized. It will identify that container will loading and parsing and recognize what is the thing. Load and startup configuration. Here you can identify web.xml file. Here, guys, here showing the practical. Don't worry. Parallelly, I will teach you. Here inside this identify server container will identify load and startup. This is the web.xml file. Identify load and startup files under which configuration? Dispatcher servlet configuration. So load and startup configuration, container search, load and startup configuration means container will search dispatcher servlet, where the dispatcher servlet, this file, where the dispatcher servlet class is exist, where dispatcher servlet class will exist, where dispatcher servlet class will exist. Now, first it will search in the current working directory. It means classes folder. First, it will search in the classes folder. If it is not exist, if it is not available inside the classes folder, then it will search. Dispatcher servlet under the lib folder, under the lib folder where your jar files are existed. Then identify the web dispatcher servlet inside that, where inside the lib folder. Then dispatcher servlet performing loading, instantiation, and initialization. Loading first, dispatcher servlet loading. This one is not good. Suppose dispatcher servlet loading here, dispatcher servlet loading, and dispatcher servlet instantiation, and dispatcher servlet initialization. Okay. Now dispatcher servlet DS, guys observe. Okay. DS loading, DS loading, and here DS initialization, DS instantiation, guys, shortcut. Okay, instantiation, and here DS initialization, That's it. Initialization. Jason. That's it. Initialization. After the server, at the time of server startup, these many things it's doing. Server is container will identify in the load and startup. At the time of load and startup performing load and startup configuration, find the dispatcher servlet where the dispatcher servlet class is existed. First it will find inside the classes folder. If it is not available inside the classes folder, then it will search in the lib folder is existed, then performing the loading, dispatcher servlet instantiation and dispatcher servlet initialization. At the time of dispatcher servlet initialization, init method is exist. Init method will execute. Init method will execute. Okay. Then dispatcher select initialization perform some operation. Why? Because inside the one method is there, one method is existed. Method is nothing but method is public void init servlet context. Method is existed inside the method is existed. This method is existed. Okay, guys, this method is existed inside this. Okay, this method means dispatcher servlet recognize web application context implementation class. What is web application context? Web application context implementation class. It will recognize, and perform web application context loading and instantiation and initialization. Here performing three operation again. Performing three operation. It will perform three operation. First is web application context loading and web application context instantiation and web application context initialization. Are you getting? This is at the time of server startup. Right now, we are not giving any request to the server to execute our web application. No, this is at the time of server startup. These things are performing, guys. Observe. What is that loading? Suppose web context, web application context, loading. L means loading. Web application context loading and web application context initialization. Web application context initialization. And next is web application context instantiation. Here is the instantiation. Here is the initialization. Web application context in initialization. That's it. Now dispatcher select recognized web context implementation. What is that? Web application context implementation class. And next thing is performing web application context initialization, loading, instantiation, initialization. Three action performs. Then after this, web application context initialization recognize Recognize, it means identify where your Spring configuration file is existed. Guys, important. This part is important. This is our dispatcher hyphen servlet dot xml file. This is our file existed. This is the web application context initialization. Identify or recognize the Spring configuration file under the web-inf folder. Web-inf folder with the name of, what is that, dispatcher. Logical name of the dispatcher servlet hyphen name hyphen servlet of xml. then web web application context, this one, web application context this one web application context performing web application context performing okay, this one, web application context performing loading the dispatcher servlet. Okay, first is loading, passing and reading the content into configuration object. Loading first here, loading web dispatcher like configure Spring configuration file, and loading dispatcher servlet configuration file. Or next is passing and reading the content inside the dispatcher dispatcher hyphen servlet.xml file. How many configuration are existed inside the dispatcher servlet? Guys, here, guys, observe here. This file is Spring configuration file. 1 minute, it will load it. It's loading. This is the file. Then who is the responsible to load and pass and read the data? Web application context. Web application context load this file and passing and reading the content. How many controllers, handler mapping and resolver are there? Resolver are existed. Then this will create object of the configuration file. Then this is creating object of the respective configuration beans. Then after getting the object, suppose we created suppose 1 minute, I want to, okay, little bit, okay. Now suppose first is this one is good, yeah. First is nothing word, what is that? Handler mapping object. Second is adapter, handler adapter, and third one is view resolver. Object are existed. Okay, what is that? Handler mapping. Guys. Handler mapping, and this is the adapter. Handler adapter. And this part is this object created by that view resolver. That's the three objects created by the web application context. That's it, simple. Okay. After getting the all configuration detail, Spring configuration file into Spring object, web application context container will create beans object. How many beans are there inside that? This is the bean. So application context container will be responsible to create the object. So after creating the object, Web application container will create framework object like handler mapping, handler adapter, and views resolver, and many more things are there. A local resolver, like theme resolver, all these things are there. So observe this, guys. This is the total part of at the time of server startup. Now, can I revise one? This is sufficient. So now, first, when a when server starts, server will do three things. First, server will identify how many how many web application are there inside the web app folder. Okay, then deploy all web application in the server steps. It's doing the server steps. Then create one separate object for every web application. This object called nothing but this object called servlet context object. This one is servlet context object. After this, after application deploy, then then container container will search web-inf folder where web-inf folder is existed. Anywhere if the web-inf folder is existed, then inside the web-inf folder one file is finded. What is the file name is web-xml. So now container will load and parsing and reading the data inside the web.xml file. Then web.xml file, at the time of parsing the data, container will recognize what is that? A load and startup configuration. Load and startup configuration. Beside that, they identify with the dispatcher servlet configuration file. So container will search dispatcher servlet file. First it search in the classes folder. Dispatcher servlet file is existed, dispatcher servlet class is existed inside the classes folder or not. If not existed in a Spring configuration, in Spring MVC framework, dispatcher servlet provided by the Spring MVC framework. So this class is not existed inside the classes folder, then it will search in the lib folder. After searching, then identify the dispatcher servlet. Then container will load dispatcher servlet instantiation and initialization. At the time of dispatcher servlet initialization, one method will execute init servlet context. Then init method performing the web application context loading, which are existed web application context loading, and it means find the implementation class, and if existed, then web application context loading and web application context instantiation and web application context initialization. Then web application context initialization, at the time initialization, web it means web application context will recognize spring configuration file under the where web-inf folder. If this is existed, suppose dispatcher name, the logical name -servlet.xml file, then the create the loading the file, parsing and reading the content inside the web dispatcher servlet.xml file. Okay, after reading the data, create the beans object. How many bean configuration files are existed inside this folder? They will create the object. After creating the object, After creating the object, web application context will perform what is that? Will perform Spring framework will perform the create object of the framework like handler mapping, handle adapter, view resolver. This thing. So now this is the flow of at the time of server startup, guys. Okay. So now can I go next? Next is simple. Client submit request to the server, then server will perform the operations. Okay. What is that? What is that, guys? Observe. When submit the request client to the server, then protocol will take the request and perform the actions. Protocol take the request and perform the, suppose should be 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. Now it's good. Okay. Now here create create one client browser like that. This is the browser, suppose. This is the client browser. Okay. Here is the like URL, passing the URL, suppose something like hello.stm, suppose hello.stm, provide the URL, HTML, JSP, whatever you want. Now, so this is the URL. Write down, guys. Suppose http localhost colon 121. This is the port slash app slash hello dot do. This is the URL. Okay. Now this is the important. Okay. So now give request to the container, give request to the container, give request to the container and request to the container, then protocol will establish the connection between client and server side client and server side application. But what is that protocol? Protocol is nothing but this is the simple protocol called. Okay. So now here request contains two things. What is the two things, guys? Request contains two things. First is the header part. First is header part. First is header part. Header part. Second is body part. Body part. Okay, guys. This one. Okay. Send back to the, and now here header part is managed the client metadata, and body part is managed request parameter which is provided by the user. So now give request to the server, then server takes the request, server takes the request, sorry, Server takes the request. Okay, no. Server takes the request, takes the request, take the request, and the server will forward the request to web container. Where? Forward the request where? Web container. Server will forward the request to the web container. And now, when request coming from the container, when coming to the container, then this will do. Yeah, what? Now it will search web dot. Sorry, guys. It will search web.xml file, web.xml file, web.xml file. Where is web.xml file existed? Where .xml file existed? And here inside the web.xml file, ds. It will search ds, and with the ds, it will search. What is that? It will search star.do. Na? We provide star.do. It will search star.do. I think the color is not good, na? So change it color. Don't worry. Mm, this one is good. Now it will search. Then dispatcher servlet send to the request to the this do. Okay. Then that dot do uh, if the request is there, then dot do. If the request is there, dot do send back to the dispatcher servlet. Send back to the request dispatcher servlet, guys. Then dispatcher servlet, it's based on the URL mapping. Huh? Then dispatcher servlet performing, then the dispatcher servlet performing the some operation. Then this responsibility is the dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet goes to no this one, not go this one. Scroll. Then dispatcher servlet goes to dispatcher servlet file. Dispatcher servlet file. Okay, guys. So now dispatcher servlet will keep the all framework object like handler mapping, handler adapter, and all these things. It keeps. And in the request scope, then dispatcher servlet first interact with this one. First is interact with handler mapping. Then handler mapping, after executing handler mapping, okay. Dispatcher servlet interact with handler mapping object to get what is the handler or controller object. To get handler or controller object by executing which method? Get handler method. Get handler method to get a controller object and handler object by executing the get handler method. Dispatcher servlet call the get handler method. Dispatcher servlet call the get handler method on the handler mapping object. On the handler mapping object. Then handler mapping will identify the respective handler object. Handler mapping will identify respective handler object and its configuration interceptors. Here you can provide the interceptors also. Here you can provide the interceptors. Interceptors is nothing but just filters. Okay, identify the interceptors. Identify the interceptors. Then handler mapping will arrange the interceptors. Arrange the interceptors before handler and return the handler execution chain object. It return what is that? It returns here. It returns the handler execution chain object. It returns the handler execution chain object. Handler execution chain object. That's it. Interceptor. This one, okay. Interceptor just like a filter, guys. Interceptors just like a filter. Right. I'm writing, guys. One right. Okay. Just like filters and all this thing. Interceptors. Interceptors. Just like a filter. Just like a filter. Okay. In servlet, you can use the filter and post processing and pre-processing of like authentication, authorization, all these things. This thing. Now come here, guys. After getting the handler execution chain object, dispatcher servlet will use handler adapter object to access handler by using handler method. What is that? By using handler method, guys. Dispatcher servlet. Hey, dispatchers already use the handler method which are existed inside the handler method, not a handle method. Okay, guys, handle method, where handle adapter will execute all handler adapter will execute all interceptors. Okay, what happened? Wait, guys. Just no this one complete. This one is execute all the hand interceptors. Request goes to this interceptor. What the hell is this? Okay. Now again go to the second interceptors request. Third. Okay. Here it's performing like any operation. Now controller is there, then perform the controller. Okay, guys. Then after that interceptor, same after executing business logic, handler classes will return the model and view object. Handle classes will return the model and view object. Same. Return back to the return back to return back to okay. Return back to handler adapter. Okay. After executing, and it's returning what is that model and view object to the handler adapter here. Handler adapter holding the model and view object. Okay, by executing all interceptors and reverse in order to prepare, in order to provide post processing activities. What is the post processing activities? It means to after the execution. Okay, now post handle method is execute post handle method. Okay. Now after getting model and view object, dispatcher servlet will interact with the view resolver. After getting the model and view object, guys. After getting model and view object, this is the model and view object. Okay. Model and view object. Model and view objects. That's it. Model and view objects. Two objects it's getting. Then interact with where view resolver. Interact with view resolver. Identify the web application. The dispatcher servlet will execute corresponding view pages. The dispatcher servlet will execute. Dispatcher servlet will execute. What is that? Respective view. Then interact with that. Interact with view resolver. Interact with view resolver. Then view resolver execute one method. Render method. Render. Render method is to execute, then it returns the view part, then it returns view part, then it returns view part. Okay. The next thing is this one, after this, view part is interact with after rendering method, it will execute in this format. Come back to interceptors, then back to one by one. I'm sorry, here it's not come into the view resolver, just give request to the dispatcher servlet. Okay, guys. Yeah, because after getting the request, then this will performing the interceptors. This one. Okay. Oh yeah. Now go. Now, after getting the view resolver, then this will send request to the view page. This is the next. This is for the preparing the response, preparing the view object for that. View object, then back to the performing interceptor like post pre, all the interceptors one by one, it will come and give to the view part in the dispatcher servlet. This is first gives the may get confusion, not required to get confusion. Just simple. First give request after the render method execution view resolver object is getting to the dispatcher servlet. Then dispatcher servlet give request to the view part. Then view part performing the interceptors, and then after interceptors it will give to the view part to the dispatcher servlet. Then dispatcher servlet is responsibility to generate the generate the view part. Then dispatcher servlet generate the view part and get back to that, back to that server, back to the server. This is nothing but a response. Response. This is nothing but response. Then, then here guys, then then response servlet container, it means protocol again generate header and body part, header and body part, header and body part will generate. This is the request format. This is the response format. This is the request format. You can, so otherwise it's okay. So now hit the request format and output will, you will get hello. Suppose hello friend. Hello. Hello. Okay. This is the total part. This is for the response. This is for the request. If we, this is the XML based flow, this is the XML based flow, and the annotation based flow, and annotation based flow is the different, guys. This is only the this one. So this is total about. I will upload this video on YouTube. Okay, so we will get clarity. In the next session, I will write some point. What is the hangama here? It is doing. It doing. Here we hangama we do. So I will write the next session. Okay, guys. So thank you for watching. Tomorrow, one more time, I will explain this. Okay, guys. All these point I will explain in the next session. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me.